When we look at a project, we have to balance the design that we as the architects are going to produce with the client's budget. So at the beginning of the process, we always want to find out what's important to the client first. We want to ask, why is the project being developed? Is it part of a strategic initiative, something that they are going to mark heavily to the community that needs to have an image and a presence that people will see and understand? Or is the project more routine maintenance? Is it equipment placement? So how we understand the project can help us understand where the money is best spent. We also have to understand, is the project budget realistic? So within MKM, we have databases of costs which allow us to quickly help understand if a budget is realistic from the owner based on the type of project they want to develop. So under budget, we look at both total project budget and construction budget. Total project budget includes all your financing costs, all your equipment costs, all your attorney costs, all your reimbursable expenses. It is truly a total project cost. Your signage, your artwork, and your furniture are all within this cost. Then we also have just the true construction cost. This is the dollars and cents that's required to build the building to be able to be turned over to the owner to be occupied. So we want to understand for the owner total project cost and total construction budget. From that point, we can talk with the owner and understand where is the best place within the facility to make the highest impact with materials and finishes and design, and how that then would impact the budget. We also then can determine areas within the project that maybe are only staff-based or back support space that we could conserve dollars. These are low impact areas that are very rarely seen by the public. So we have to understand who's using the space, how it's being used, and how can we divide that dollar cost differently between the areas. We also want to understand finishes. So within the project budget, we also have to understand what the ongoing costs are to maintain the project. So we don't want to cut on finishes to maintain a budget when in the long run, the owner is going to spend more money and more time and more energy maintaining the building. We also want to talk about scope increases that are identified during the construction design process. So if scope increases are incurred, the architect and the owner need to sit down and talk about the process. Is it important? And if it is important, we have to work to change the budget. That change could be an increase in construction cost or a change in design in another area that would allow the project to move forward at the original cost. In the end, dealing with design and budget, it's a hand-in-hand approach between the architect and the owner to make sure this project is successful in the end.